Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about dungeons. They come in many forms: realms, events, nightmares, magicite, moats, and cardia, to name a few. Starting off, there are two available to us, realms and events. Unlocking the others will require us to complete missions, specifically the Book of Trials missions, as seen here. Before delving into a dungeon, we can obtain information on the subsequent fights and target score, as seen here. This is key information for obtaining champion, the maximum score needed for mastery loot. Note that dungeons with multiple parts are averaged into your final score, and each character's conditions such as soul break charges, HP, ability uses, etc. is carried over throughout the dungeon. We may also change our party configuration right before entering. Once in the dungeon, your party is pretty much locked into its configuration. Here we may select our roaming warrior, once we're in the dungeon, we may still change our formation and equip soul breaks at camp. This is where we may heal our party at the cost of mithril, check out the party stats, equipped items, abilities, materia, soul breaks, and our selected roaming warrior. Down here we may check the dungeon info for difficulty, stamina cost, rewards, and boss information, including target score. And if things get tough, we can always retreat. Some dungeons have multiple parts. Here we can see the stamina cost and amount of rounds per part. If a boss is present, we can click this exclamation icon for boss information. And when you're finally ready to battle, just click anywhere else on the platform to begin the fight. You may still navigate to another menu such as Home, but your party will remain in the dungeon and cannot participate in anything else until you complete the dungeon they're in or retreat from it, and retreating will reset all progress made in the dungeon. Some dungeons, such as power-up dungeons, will give us the option to auto-run. Not only does the party auto-battle, but they will complete the dungeon in its entirety and even re-enter it over and over until you either run out of stamina or tickets, your inventory is full, your party is KO'd, or a connection error occurs. Very helpful when grinding a specific dungeon for mats or experience. Progressing through the Book of Trials missions will unlock all content in this game. This includes access to all other dungeons, events, several power creeps for characters, magicite decks, historia crystals, and the list goes on. Progression happens very quickly, so be sure to check your missions frequently. So remember, if you're new to Final Fantasy Record Keeper, realms and events are your bread and butter until you progress enough through the Book of Trials missions to unlock the rest of the content. So again, just keep an eye on them. If I didn't cover something you were looking for in particular, be sure to check out my other guides. It's very likely already covered in another video, and if it hasn't, be sure to let me know in the comments. Later, taters.